Start with this.
Oh, I gave him too much the first time.
Welcome to my rabbit oral medication unboxing. I'm just gonna show you what it looks like. I guess it's just like medicine in the end. I haven't had to give them oral medication in a hot minute, and I think everyone will have to do this at some point, so I thought it'd be great to show you guys how I do it or how to do it. So there are several ways to do this. Some people like to do the bunny burrito method, but honestly, whatever's most comfortable for you is the best way to do it. Some people like to hold the bunny inside in their lap. Just make sure when you're giving their medicine, you make sure that they're sitting upright, they're not laying on their back. So the way to kind of do a bunny burrito is to make sure that their paws are wrapped inside, and then you just kind of wrap one side over and then the other one on top and then the bottom. If you've never given your rabbit oral medication, you kind of go to the side of their mouth and under their lip. There's actually a gap between their front teeth and their back teeth, so that's where you kind of put the syringe and lightly press on the medicine to get a little bit inside their mouth. With giving your rabbits oral medication, it's very important that you do it slowly and you don't do it straight down their throat. If you just start pushing a little bit of medicine out of the syringe, they'll start to lick it and eat it at their own pace anyway. Kind of push a little bit more out as they eat it all. The most important thing is to stay calm. Although I do restrain Ash, I do like talk to him a lot, I pet him a lot, so I try to make it more of a positive experience for him. Because it is very stressful for them to be restrained. They like to have freedom and they like to have all 4 feet on the floor.
Good boy. You're the best boy. You took all of it.
Make sure you give them lots of breaks so they have time to swallow the medicine. A lot of times I see people just kind of quickly shove the medicine inside, and I don't recommend doing that because rabbits might choke on the medicine. I like to do it really slowly and give him time to eat. I gave him his first dose in the afternoon and I didn't really think it through because I read his prescription again and then it said to wait 12 hours before you give him a second dose. I probably should have did an earlier time so I didn't have to stay up like till 12 to give him his medicine. Because as you know, rabbits have sensitive stomachs. Their digestive systems need to keep going and going. So yeah, any abrupt changes, including just giving them medicine, is probably problematic. And yeah, a second dosage also needs to happen at a particular time. I was trolling before about how I was unboxing the medicine, but I wanted to show you guys this package that I got. Melbourne's been in isolation one more time, so the most exciting thing is a new package. Oh, cute! Oh, my sister's gonna like that. I think they just sent us a pin, a really cute pin. As you know, I'm very into the rabbit scene. A way to, you know, show that off is a bunch of rabbit earrings. I'll show you the one that I was most excited for. One is a rabbit and one is a moon, and the other one is a moon and then a rabbit and the little hoop. I'm a big fan of the kind of mismatched earring kind of vibe, and I love how these ones do that. There's like a rabbit and a carrot, and then this one's a carrot and a rabbit. My sister and I actually got our ears pierced together. I got my second ear piercing done, so this is still a bit fresh and I can't take out the earring yet. Since we like that mismatched earring style, we'll probably take like one of these each and then kind of have a mismatched earring kind of vibe going on. I'll show you what I mean. Kind of like that, like one carrot and one rabbit on each ear. And then little cute little pearls as well for our seconds. And then I also got little golden bunny studs for my second ear piercings. If you see all of the cute little rabbit earrings that I'll be wearing in all these videos, I'll just link it all in the description. First time I ever had to give them oral medication was when they got neutered. So the vet sends you home with some oral medication and you're supposed to give it to them daily, I think 1 dose every day. It's some like painkillers or something like that, so they don't feel any pain. That's the first time my vet showed me how to give them oral medication. Other people do it different ways, but this is how my vet told me to do it, so this is how I do it. Quite an interesting experience going to a human pharmacy and being like, this is for my rabbit, Ash. I don't know, I think they found it kind of funny to be like, Ash, medication for Ash? The rabbit. And I was like, oh right, that's me. That's me, I'm picking that up. So yeah, if you guys didn't know, I was keeping you guys kind of updated with what's been happening with Ash. So yeah, I took him to the vet for his hair loss on his neck. And then I took him back again because he was sneezing and he had a lot of boogers coming out. So I've had to take him back to the vet over and over again because they were trying to figure out what was happening with his sneezing. We thought something might be stuck up in his nose, and they flushed his nose out and there was nothing stuck in his nose. We were treating him with antibiotics. I think a specific type of antibiotics they were trying was penicillin, so they were injecting him in the back of the neck every time I brought him. But we started to see that there was no change, so they did some tests on his boogers, kind of nasty, but they found out that he was actually resistant to penicillin. We were just trying to figure it out. So now we found out what kind of antibiotics he actually needs, and it's this one. So it's a twice daily oral medication. So yeah, usually rabbits are pretty good with taking medication. You just kind of have to force them to taste a little bit, and then they'll kind of look at it and be like, oh, this kind of tastes good, and then they'll eat the rest of it. At least that's what I've experienced. This boy's medicine. This boy's medicine. I just wanted to jump in here real quick just to update you guys on how Ash has been taking his medicine, because the first few times he was obviously fine with it. And honestly, now I've been struggling, like he is just not having it. I've started like holding his head because he keeps just moving it back and I just can't get the medicine in. So gently, just like my thumb against his head so he can't push back. So yeah, I'll just show you the difference, honestly, because the first time I was like, oh, like, it's not that hard to give your rabbits medicine. Like, they'll just kind of like eat it up as long as you just start like pushing the medicine out. And that's just not the case anymore. Honestly, sometimes the whole dose just ends up all over his mouth and I'm just like, I don't even know if he ate that. Most of you probably already know how to do this and already have your own kind of method that works for you, but this is for people who have never done it or are curious about how to do it, especially if you're about to get your bunny neutered. Usually they give you some pain medication to feed orally to your bunny afterwards, so yeah, it's a good way to learn how to do it, because I remember when I took my rabbits to get neutered and they were kind of like, oh, so you have to give them their painkillers orally, and I was just like, how? And then they're like, oh, you just kind of, you know, lift them up and like put it into the side, and I was just like, yeah, I'll do that. But honestly, I struggled with it for like ages until I figured out a way that works for me. They did suggest doing all of this, but I didn't really know how to get the rabbits to eat it in the first place. And it kind of takes some practice to locate where you're actually supposed to put the syringe in. But yeah, once you figure that out, it's kind of easy, I hope. Yeah, comment down below if your rabbits actually enjoy medicine or if they are very difficult with it, if they just keep moving their head and you can't even get the syringe in. Yeah, I want to know what it's like for you guys, because everyone's experience is different. And yeah, force feeding your rabbits through a syringe is kind of important to know, because at some point they may need to be fed critical care, which is when you have to force feed a kind of formula for your rabbits. They just suddenly stop eating sometimes. They have really sensitive digestive systems, so when something goes wrong, you kind of have to force feed them because you have to keep that digestive tract moving. So I've never had to do that, and at some point I may have to. Yeah, when rabbits get older, they'll need a lot more care. I think some people have tried to put banana on the end of the syringe, and then the rabbit will start licking it and you kind of let out the formula quite slowly. I've never tried that method because Ash actually just runs away from me. He won't even let me near him when I'm about to give him his medicine, so. It's important to stay as calm as possible whenever you're doing something kind of distressful for your rabbit. Someone once said that they kind of feed off of your energy and they're already as stressed as it is. So yeah, it's not a scary experience. If anything, you'll kind of just get the medicine all over their face, which they'll just clean up and eat off of their face anyway. Just make sure you don't get it up their nose and you just take it nice and slow. Again, just take it really slow, okay? Yeah, just give them time to swallow up the medicine, and yeah, that should be it, because you don't have to really give them a massive dose usually with oral medication. So yeah, hope that helped. Yeah, just comment down below if you've ever had to give your rabbit any oral medication like this, if they're really difficult with it. I'd love to know.